Ladies and gentlemen, welcome everyone to the Bayside Report. We're coming in hotter than ever tonight. I was driving home from work yesterday, and the universe does you a favor. Sometimes things just all line up perfectly. I had to stop for gas after work, and if I didn't stop for gas after work, I wouldn't have experienced this event. Gulf to Bay Boulevard, Clearwater, Florida, right off the bridge. It's a 3-lane highway. Very busy at all times, constant. You got people going to the beach, from the beach back and forth. You got people that live here that are psychotic. You have a lot of traffic. They say Pinellas County is the most crowded county in Florida based on just density. There's a lot of folks in the area. So, I'm driving home. I'm in the right lane, almost to my turn off Gulf to Bay Boulevard. And there's this Volkswagen Passat in the middle lane with two females, tatted up, white, super white, with a lot of tattoos. And this dude thought he was the shit. He had to be probably pushing 40. He had the kind of the same receding hairline I got, but he crew cutted it down. He had on his beach wife beater, super white as well, driving this Volkswagen Passat. And his two ladies had one in the back seat. And she was, folks, I'll never lie to you. She was large and in charge. She was sitting on the window of the car, window all the way down. I thought she was going to fall back and crack her skull and get ran over by all the cars behind her. So while she's doing that, sitting out the back window, here, I'll try to, if you're watching on YouTube, say this is the windowsill of the back. She's hanging out like this in a bikini with, she's the tramp stamps and shit. She had to be in her 30s. Had to be. Going like this, posing and shit, and then resting her hands on the roof of the car, posing. 45 mile an hour, 50 mile an hour highway. Busy, rush hour, car, bumper to bumper cars behind and in front. Like I said, if she falls backward, it's over. It's a cracked skull. So her friend, now I'm standing up. Her friend's in the back seat. And front seat. Her friend's in the front seat, and she's taking pictures, but she's also being an idiot, sitting on the window in the front, doing the same thing, rest her hands on the top. And people, I am diagonal backwards, about 2 cars in the right lane. So my view is to the left of this, seeing it to the left of me. And the only thought in my head is, I got to record this, number one, and be safe, keep my distance, slow down, be safe, and record this while I drive, which is what I did. The second thought in my head is this is my moment. Could very well be my ABC News, courtesy of, what's my Twitter name? The Bayside Report on X. It would be a graphic, gruesome video, but that would have been a viral moment. Luckily, that didn't happen. Luckily, that was not the case. I just sped up and got the hell out. I didn't want any business of that monstrosity, but it was flat. It all flashed before my eyes. The Eyewitness News is going to interview me. Sir, what did you see? Did you see her crack her skull? Was that your dad? Yeah, it was a dash cam. It wasn't the phone. But you have that. And then another interesting happening. This old lady in the gym. Listen, people, this Planet Fitness I go to in Safety Harbor, it's the creation point of just animalistic folks. Especially the older people in Clearwater, Northern Pinellas, the older boomer generation, they are the most savage and unruly folks I've ever seen in the world. This lady has this raise up towel. You know the little rally towels you get at baseball games? This yellow raise up towel. She looks classy. She had nice earrings. She's probably about in her 60s. Kind of slim, thick looking, pretty cute. She had a nice fitness watch on. And she's hitting all the machines, folks. But listen, she's not cleaning the machines. She's sitting on this raised towel, just ass sweating it up, and then taking the raised towel and wiping down the machine with it, pretending like she's cleaning it. What is the point? Just don't do anything. Just get up and walk away. Why are you wiping your ass sweat on the machine? It's just causing issues. And how lazy are you? You can't walk over, paper towel, little solution, clean the machine. Let's have some respect for the other people. All right, what's going on? Osama bin Laden, Peruvian soccer player. Isn't this nuts, people? There is a Peruvian soccer player named Osama bin Laden. Hold on. Jimenez Lopez. Yeah, Osama bin Laden, Jimenez Lopez. But it doesn't stop there, folks. Sister. They wanted a boy to name George Bush, but they had a girl. So they named her Georgia Bush. Another boy. What's a good name of this time era? Saddam Hussein. So they've Saddam Hussein, Osama bin Laden, and Georgia Bush all in the Peruvian family. And guess what? He loves his name. Osama is prideful of his name, and he even said, yeah, I think there was a Hitler running around Peru. And there actually was. I think his name was Hitler Alvarez. He was in Peruvian politics, people. I love it. The dad, we don't know who the dad is. He was in a podcast, Osama, and he told the story about it. He said the name was fashionable at the time. 2002 was a fashionable name. I don't know how Peruvians must not be very American friendly. So, it was quite fashionable at the time. I thought about naming my cat some crazy shit. Scar H, the gun in Modern Warfare 2. I was going to name her that. I thought about naming her Al-Balak. I thought about giving her a traditional Middle Eastern name. But Molly just chose the one she came with. Crazy. I wish I gave her a name. We might have to do a name change, but you can get creative with the middle name. What is her middle name? I don't know. We'll think about it. Anyways, moving on. Future. What's going on? All this rap beef, people. I think it's all for show. There hasn't been rap beef in a while, and people are bored. The pandemic kind of changed the rap universe. We need more beef. We need struggle again. We need people to get angry for no reason over people they're never going to meet. Let's create rap beef. One thing I got to say, the first Metro album was good. The I Don't Trust You, it was good. But then the second one, Future, what is going on in that house, brother, in that studio? I wish I knew. It is nothing good. It was, Future needs perks again. He needs that 2015 perk journey Future. I don't know if people even know about Future or DJ Esco. We met DJ Esco, me and my buddy Santino, in the Market District area of Pittsburgh during a Drake and Future concert before the night of. He was there walking around, and we're like, oh shit, DJ Esco. So we tracked him down, asked him for a picture. He's like, nah, fam. Right to our faces. Wasn't about it. So I kind of lost respect right there. Where's DJ Esco? I have no idea. But yeah, Future. We need the perks again. I think he's doing too many mushrooms. I think Future is on the psychedelic. Everyone's doing mushrooms now. Who's not doing? I mean, I'm not, but it seems like mushrooms have become so mainstream now. And I'm sure Future's doctor's like, listen, buddy, the perks, the Vikes, the Xanax, Xanax is a crusher, dude. Xanax is the worst thing in the world. So hopefully Future could dose safely. We need the old Future back. The Coyotes, the Phoenix Coyotes. I said last week was a bad podcast, but I listened. It actually wasn't too bad. This week, this is a bad podcast, folks. We know. But once again, we're here to struggle it out every week. We can't quit on you. We're the number 4th ranked. Oh, yeah. FeedSpot. Shout out to FeedSpot. We're the 4th ranked comedy podcast in Florida. I don't know if it's bullshit or not, but whatever. The Coyotes are moving to Utah, Salt Lake City. How would you feel? You live in Scottsdale, Arizona, on a golf course, living the life. You're an NHL player. You got a hot wife who's living the life. Got kids. It's Arizona. It's Scottsdale. It's freedom. It's a good place. And then one day your general manager says, hey, you know what, buddy? You're under contract for 2 years, and we don't plan on trading you. And as far as things go, you're going to be on this team for another 2 years. We're moving to Salt Lake City, Utah. Relocation. I'd be pissed as a motherfucker. I would not want to leave Phoenix for Mormon capital of the world. I mean, let's look up some rules of Salt Lake City. I know Salt Lake City strict rules Reddit. What are some unwritten rules of Salt Lake City? Prep for holiday weekends. If you drink, there's alcohol is very limited. Don't go downtown when it's general conference. What is general conference? Salt Lake City. General conference. Hold on. Salt. There goes my typing. I aligned with the keyboard. It's a Latter-day Saint. It's a Mormon conference. I mean, you do have the Jazz. I'm a big basketball guy. You have the mountains. You do have the Salt Lake. The Salt Lake will be fun. If you're into skiing and snow, I think hockey in Utah is a perfect fit. It's a snowy, cold town in the mountains. People are saying they're not going to fit well, and the fans aren't going to be into it. The fans are going to love it. Mormons are diehard. Look how they treat the Jazz. They have the 14th best attendance in the NBA. Come on. It's going to be a hit. It's just the quality of life living in Salt Lake City. Once again, I know it's only for work and you're going to be traveling a lot, but they have to go home to Utah. It's going to be rough. Let's see. What else do we got? Best time to go shopping is during a Mormon conference. Yeah, you got to buy your alcohol early. You can't even, drinking is, let's see, any unusual laws in Salt Lake City. We're relocating there and wondering what to expect. A friend told me today that they have a lot of weird laws there, stuff that makes no sense at all, although he wasn't specific. Let's see. Be aware of the cultural and social issues. The alcohol laws can be odd. It seems like alcohol is the main thing. I guess being a super diehard conservative will do you well in Utah. There's no, I guess weed's not legal in Utah, so be aware of that. Vehicle registration requires both an emission certificate and a safety certificate. What the fuck? I thought Pennsylvania was bad with the inspections. No more than 4% ABV beer in grocery stores. Oh, you can get beer anytime, any day. It's not like Pennsylvania or Massachusetts. Downside, anything stronger, including wine, has to be purchased through a package store. Yeah, this isn't anything groundbreaking. Yeah, the alcohol stuff, people make a big fuss about it. Isn't any better or worse than a lot of southern states. I agree. Especially Pennsylvania was pretty strict. You could only buy it from a beer distributor or a licensed restaurant. Can't buy it at gas stations. Auctions may not be advertised by hiring trombone players to play on the street. Nice. Birds have the right of way on the highway. Good to know. Yeah, no, not really any weird laws other than strict regulation of alcohol. Okay. Listen, people. And the Mormons. As long as if you're not Mormon, might be a little rough of a transition, I guess. I don't really know. I mean, are Mormons really that bad? Let's Google what's up with Mormons in Salt Lake City. Because other than the door knocking, I think Mormons are good people, right? Here we go. Is being a non-Mormon in Salt Lake City odd? Got a job offer in Salt Lake City. I don't have any problems with religious people, but I'm not religious myself. From a mid-Atlantic state, will there be a huge culture shock for me? No, not odd at all. The state of Utah is very Mormon, but Salt Lake City is not. Wow, that's a developing movement here. Salt Lake City is not. As an urban center, it attracts more non-Mormons and liberals in general. Salt Lake City is just fine for non-Mormons. Interesting. Okay. We're learning new things. See, I'm here telling you that it's going to be a Mormon fest, which I'm sure it will be a lot, but I guess it's not like Scientology in Clearwater. It's not quite that bad. Yeah, I've never been to Salt Lake, blah, 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 blah. Not in Salt Lake City, surrounding areas. I guess Provo, Utah. Yeah, they're saying here Provo, Utah is one of the bigger Mormon hubs of the state. A culture shock depends on what you're interested in. If you live in Salt Lake proper or into activities Mormons are discouraged from, coffee, beer, going to the bar, late night music, you'll probably struggle to meet a single person who's Mormon outside of work. It will likely feel like a slightly smaller city than the population of Salt Lake would have to believe. Okay, dude, I'm kind of sold on Salt Lake City. People, these Phoenix Coyote hockey players need to get on here and start reading. Salt Lake City Metro for a decade as a pseudo former Mormon, whatever that means. And really the only Mormons I ever ran into were at work. My social activities weren't exactly Mormon go-tos. Okay. So as long as, yeah, I mean, you could really be your own person in Salt Lake City. Might just see me at the grocery store, at the office, Debbie the Mormon at work. Gonna come in on our bike. Who knows? I don't know. Love the Mormon. Respect to the Mormons. We will enlist you for the war against Scientology. We're taking enlistments, looking for enlistments. We have to fight the good fight and take Clearwater back. There was a Clearwater City Hall meeting today, 6 o'clock. Couldn't make it. Wanted to. Thought about it, but once again, it's podcast night. But perhaps we'll have to get down there soon. What else? We hit a lot of things. Coachella, people. How was Coachella? I wish I could experience it like a 45-year-old white trust fund kid, but sometimes you can't. It seems cool. And is it over? No, there's still more this weekend. Who do you got? Let's look at the Coachella lineup. Coachella was always in 2013, I remember, it was pretty big. I don't know any of these people. None. Let's do by day. Tomorrow, Friday, April 19th. Adam 10 and Mita Gami, Adria Taki, Anno Thayer, Ben Sterling, Bizarrap, Blonde Fish. Oh no, Blonde-ish, not Blonde Fish. Black Country, New Road, bunch of swanky looking white folks. Brittany Howard, old Boo thinks cute. She got white glasses and a nice fro. Chappelle Roan, Chloe, she's bad. Seema Funk, kind of looks like a new age Usher. Clooney. I mean, these names are the Deftones. That kind of sounds familiar. John Summit. Yeah, I know John Summit. Cool dude. Man. Once again, Ken Carson. Here's one. Coco Rocco. Lana Del Rey. Okay. Skepta. Ben Nass. Yeah, not really much of a... I'm sure it's fun. The festival scene is really blown up. But not really my thing. Okay, Coachella, cool. I hope it was fun. There's a chick that goes, I took a little acid, took a little shrooms, the trees talking, did it talk to you? Singing a song like that. I don't know. She dresses like a Indian. Here, I'll Google acid shrooms girl. And she makes this spiritual music. And people are saying that she doesn't shower. Here, I'll play it.
Took a little bit of ice, a little bit.
No, I can't even play it. It's so bad. Her name's Shanin Blake. It's actually the most cringy, shattering song I've ever listened to. I mean, she's gorgeous. And she has this kind of, I don't know, this afro deal. A lot of piercings and tats. She's new age. That's the white people are about tattoos, wiping down their gym machines with their ass towel, hanging out of windows with tramp stamps and bikini thongs, risking their life in Clearwater, Florida for a picture of you driving down a busy highway hanging out a car. Where is that? I wish I could see the end product of those pictures. I'm sure they're on a Facebook page and some creepy 50-year-old guys are commenting, going, wow, babe, so beautiful. But then I'm sure there's a lot of trolls like, what the fuck are you doing? Are you trying to get yourself killed? On Gulf to Bay Boulevard in Clearwater, what else? Jontay Porter gambling, people. Listen, we've had some issues with athletes gambling. They can't keep their mitts off the FanDuel, the DraftKings. We had the Shohei Ohtani issue we talked about a couple weeks ago. Who's going to be next? That's just my question. There's going to be an expose. You had Jerry Jeudy a year or two ago. He was kind of one of the first pioneers of the new age sports gambling scandals. I can't believe that Josh Giddey, let's just say, kind of controversial, but he's still playing basketball. Meanwhile, a lifetime ban for giving out some gambling advice and taking some gambling picks. And I don't even know. I know you're allowed to bet on things non-basketball related, so I don't know if he did. Let's read, folks. Let's educate. Jontay Porter has been banned from the league indefinitely. He can't play in the NBA ever again. He had disclosed confidential information to bettors, limited his participation in at least one game while he was with Raptors, and bet on NBA games while playing in the G League. Okay, that's not good. But to lifetime ban, I could see a year ban. The NBA sent a release announcing Porter's ban that its investigation remains open. And they're still looking into the matter. Jontay Porter's blatant violations. Yes, folks, he was in the wrong. Porter had revealed information about his own health to a known sports bettor ahead of a March 20th game against the Kings. Another bettor privy to the information placed an $80,000 same-game parlay that featured unders on Porter's statistics and would $1.1 million. According to NBA, Porter played 3 minutes before leaving the game with an illness. The bet, which was placed on DraftKings, was not paid. Why wasn't it paid if he hit the bet? Oh, because he left the game with an illness. So the bet was voided. Interesting. But listen, he's just trying to help a brother out, make some cash. I would be doing the same thing, people. If I was an NBA player and I knew either A, I was tired, sick, not going to play a lot, just not playing good, or if I said, yo, this is my night, I'm going to go off. I like my number tonight. I like the over-under they set. I would 100% tell all my fucking friends, family, hey, let's make money. Here's what you're going to bet. I'd be giving insight on other players, everything. I'm sure that it's happening so much that he was just unfortunate enough to get caught. Everyone's doing it. Everyone has to be doing this shit. Any 19, 20-year-old, 21-year-old NBA player, NFL, anything. MLB, they're definitely giving insider information to their compas and their cronies and winning them money. There's going to be a waterfall. I guarantee a waterfall. More stories like this. You'll have at least 4 more people get caught for some kind of gambling scandal this year. I guarantee it. The league investigated Porter himself placed at least 13 bets on NBA games using an associate's online betting account. That's a big no-no. Huge no-no, using someone else's social security number to place bets. The bets range from $15 to $22,000. Interesting range there, a G League salary. Not bad. $54,000 in total wagering amounts. The NBA said the total payout for those bets was $76,000. Dude, he made $22,000. What? You're gonna ban this man over $22,000? Are you out of your mind? And listen, I know it's Jontay Porter. I know he was honestly fighting for a spot in the NBA. So maybe this was just doing it. Maybe this was God saying, "Listen, brother, you're on that 10-day contract. Come on, let's wrap it up. Let's just give it up." None of the bets involved any in which Porter played, so that's fine. G League, it's okay. 3 of the bets were parlayed, including one that included a bet on the Raptors to lose. He was with the 905 Raptors, which is their G League team, betting on his home advanced team to lose. All 3 bets lost, though. What a moron. If you're going to at least bet on insider shit, you got to be guaranteed. Sportsbooks also reported a spike in betting interest on the under on several reporters. So that's some snitch shit, dude. You have sportsbooks snitching. They reported a spike in betting interest on the under on several reported statistics ahead of a January 26th game against the Los Angeles Clippers. Porter played just 4 minutes before leaving the game with issues related to an eye injury. Against the Grizzlies, he finished with no points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. All the lines sportsbooks had set for his statistics. Sportsbook injury source who knows the surge in betting on Porter props in the 2 games in questions told ESPN that some of the name betting accounts attempted to place larger than normal bets in both instances. This is snitch shit to the T. Can you be disclosing information or factoring in what people are gambling on? Attempted to place a larger than normal bets in both instances. Most of the betting accounts that back Porter unders in the games in question were located in New Jersey, New York, and Arizona. That is crazy. You can't do anything these days without people watching or knowing what you're doing. The NBA said it was alerted to the suspicious activity, so that's how he got caught. The sportsbooks are snitching, man. Maybe you can't be giving out insider information like that. They might snitch on you. That is crazy. Jontay Porter, man. I mean, that's a horrible way to go down. And this is honestly the first time I sat down and really read the story. Jeez. And here's the ironic thing. Silver was the first major U.S. sports league commissioner to advocate for legalizing and regulating sports gambling in 2014. Buddy, you asked for this shit, dude. $20,000. You're going to ban this man over $20,000. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I really hope what's Jontay going to do next? That now you get the book deal, now you go on the podcast. He's going to make more from this. Honestly, I think this was a blessing in disguise. Like I said, from God. He sent Jontay. This NBA career ain't cutting it, brother. You need podcast, book deal. Public speaking, perfect. Public speaking at colleges about mistakes and doing the right thing. Boom, $50,000 for an appearance. Jontay Porter LLC is born. He could gamble legally now. I think the future's bright for Jontay Porter. I think he has nothing to worry about. What else is going on? Cloud seeding in Dubai. This is, wow, people. You're telling me the government can change the weather? Crazy, huh? I've been saying this shit all summer, dude. There's trails outside up in the air. They're trying to do it here in Florida. I think they did it. Droughted here like crazy. I think they were putting up, what's that Israeli air defense? The Iron Dome or whatever. I think they were putting up Iron Dome-esque cloud control here in Florida. That's why it never rained this whole summer. Dubai flooding. It looks like the ocean at the airport. And what is cloud seeding, and did it play any role? Yeah, man. I mean, they're just generating rainstorms. They say anytime there's clouds in the air, they could just rev these machines up and all of a sudden it's raining for 10 days straight. And I'm looking at these pictures. It is underwater in the desert, at least. No one's thirsty. Those camels suck that water up, dude. It's going to be good. I think this will be good for the people. You got to get them used to the water. And now I'm looking at this plane on the runway. It looks like it's in the fucking ocean. There's like white caps on the runway. I don't know, y'all. I think cloud seeding Man, this is crazy. Some of these cars are 4 feet underwater. Nuts. There's fish swimming. They got sand on the roads. These pictures are really doing it justice. I want to go. We got to get out to the Middle East. Well, hey, bad timing. I know the war is kind of... That all happened last week while we were away. A war started between Iran and Israel. God bless all of you. I hope it all works out. But Dubai is not doing well either, folks. We have to pay attention to the floods. All of these rich princes. I'm looking at these pictures. This dude has Versace sandals on. He looks displaced. Yeah, there's a bunch of rich. These are like University of Tampa kids. My sister's an alumni, and her college graduation was just some of the craziest Saudi Arabian names. I can't even. I mean, the poor guy that had to read them all. I'd feel bad because I'd butcher them. It would be impossible to get those down. But these looks like some University of Tampa graduates that went home to Dubai. They have their Versace sandals on. Yeah, this dude has Gucci flip-flops. And they're displaced by the flood, man. How are they going to get home? Their place is under the water. All right, what else? Trolling on X, people. I've been trolling on X too much. I think it's gone too far. It was slight. I was just trolling PGA Tour fans. I think they're the funnest. That's not a word, but whatever. They're the most enjoyable people to get under the skin because it is like that white boy from Tennessee or like white private school kids, loyalists, traditionalists. They have their suit and tie up, and they never change. So I go on there, try and ruffle a little bit of feathers. They tweeted a video of Jordan Spieth saying big ass bird. I just replied back, ass. I can't believe you're saying ass on the PGA Tour Twitter account. I got lit up by the PGA Tour faithful for that. And I was just kind of promoting the Live Golf Tournament throughout the week, saying DeChambeau's going to win. And then me and this dude kind of went back and forth on it. It was a good time. That was kind of one of my bets was DeChambeau to win. Didn't win. We'll get into the gambling report towards the end of the show. But cloud seeding, people. I hope no more cloud seeding here. We get enough rain. They need more of that Iron Dome defense contrails that they've been spraying in there. The U.S. Air Force is well underway to control our weather. How about the Chinese spy balloon? I just thought about this in my head now. What happened? Crazy that was just like, Chinese spy balloon. No more. There's no more. There's only one. If you're launching spy balloons, I'd hope you launch at least 50. You can't just launch one spy balloon. How many more spy balloons are out there? I think there has to be quite more. So we'll see if the Chinamen, kind of come at us more. The USPS. Disaster, folks. The USPS, my hard-earned money, tax money, going to government services like the USPS. I wish it would be spent better. I wish improvements would happen. I'm getting packages delivered here, and multiple times they've ended up on other people's doorsteps, across the street, marked delivered in the mailbox, not there. So I have to go to the postal service, and they are good about rectifying it. But driving to the post office and be like, listen, man, where the fuck is my package this time? It's the mailbox. The 12, the 1 and the 2. And they're like, oh, okay, we'll get the carrier. And they come out. They're like, oh, he's at your apartment now in 5 minutes. Can you meet him there? I'm like, well, I'm here now. I'll get in my car and drive. Go back, meet him. It's Hector, a sweet Cuban guy who probably just got to America recently. He goes, sorry, I confuse, hermano. Yo no sé, ¿dónde es el edificio? 1, 2, Hector, 12. I shouldn't be whatever, doesn't matter. Give him the number. Maybe this time it'll work. That was Tuesday. It was on the complete other side of the complex. He goes, sorry, I confuse. Hector, we'll work on it, brother. If you teach me Spanish, I'll teach you English. Maybe that'll help. But I'm happy these people, whether they're, yeah, he has to be legal. He's a government employee. I'm happy these legal immigrants are getting these opportunities, are being mailmen. He has a sick pension, dude. You know how much time Hector has off? That being a mailman's a sick job, people. I'm telling you, if you're kind of lost in life, don't know what to do, go be a mailman. Government pension, shit ton of time off. This one company I worked at, we had this mailman come in named Mike. He had 2 days off every week. He's like, yeah, dude, I'm playing video games. I'm not coming to work. He's probably 27, 28. I said, nah, dude, I got time off. I'm a postmaster. Great role. UPS driver, you're driving that big ass truck. You do make good bread. FedEx, I don't know. I feel like working for FedEx is not a good. I feel like UPS, because they have the union. But getting into UPS is hard. I mean, would you ever think 20 years ago that being a UPS driver is one of the best jobs in a country? Being a mailman? It is. It is. If you get in, man. You could have a great career working for the government. Just don't put my package on the other road. Another building 10 ways over. I don't know. I have an issue putting forks in garbage disposals, folks. I don't know if it's the kitchen setup here, but sometimes they get wedged in there, dude. You got to pull them out. But it made me think there's this song. This kid named Noah Brinkley in my 7th grade. He was one of the first delinquents. There were a lot of delinquents in my public school, but he was one of the first primary delinquents from 4th grade onward, just smoking drugs in 5th grade, just a complete menace. But he'd always sing this song, The Fork in the Garbage Disposal, and I want to play it. So it's 2 dudes on a stage. Please do not watch if you're easily offended. Okay. Can we just get here? This is 12 seconds. Sorry, we got ads. New Jeep swag. Sponsored by Jeep.
2024 Jeep Wrangler.
Sponsored by Jeep.
Jeep, there's only one.
Sponsored by Jeep.
Let's do the fork in the garbage disposal. Let's do the fork in the garbage disposal. Ding 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 ding
What the fuck? These look like the creators from South Park. One more time.
Let's do the fork in the garbage disposal. Let's do the fork in the garbage disposal. Ding 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 ding.
This shit's lit. Wow, that's how I feel every time I get the fork or the spoon in the garbage disposal. I think of Noah Brinkley, 8th grade science, bro. I didn't really get into nefarious activities till senior year, junior year. He was nefarious as hell. Like, he was in there perked out, stoned, singing, put the fork in the garbage disposal. Ding, 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 ding. And it sticks with me 20 years later. Isn't that crazy, people? What else? I think that's really it. Euro 2024 coming up this summer. I'm very excited for Croatia to take it home and win it all. This is their time. I've been taking magnesium for sleep, people. Listen, I'm telling you, game changer. Check out magnesium glycinate. Taking that, it calms you down. I took 2 before this podcast because I'm going to bed after this. It's 10:40 p.m. We got to get to bed. We got to get up at 6 a.m. for work. But the magnesium glycinate, this is not medical advice. I'm not a doctor. I'm just telling you my experience. Look it up. It's a good supplement. Calms you down. Gets everything kind of regulated. Gives good sleep. Great sleep. There is one other thing we have to take care of, people, and this is something that we hold tried and true. The Gambling Report, sponsored by Bitcoin, Dollar General, and Jeep. Ladies and gentlemen, it is The Gambling Report, sponsored by Bitcoin, Dollar General, and Jeep. Another kind of garbage podcast tonight, people, but we stutter through. We need to do these earlier. I also want to move the podcast to Tuesday or Wednesday. I feel like I'm kind of getting you late in the week. People already jet setting out to the beach and having cocktails by the time you're downloading this. So I need to be more in the mix and get to you on Tuesdays. Let's go into our gambling picks. Folks, I was so out of it last week. I didn't even give you picks, but that's probably a good thing. We went 2-3. DeChambeau to win. Celtics minus 3.5 versus the Knicks. Phoenix Suns versus Sacramento -3. Sabonis under 8.5 assists versus the Warriors. That was Tuesday night last week. Ding, ding, ding. 76ers versus Heat over 207.5. That was last night. Ding, ding, ding. 2-3 last week. Here we go. Picks for this week. Pirates versus Red Sox. This is Friday, April 19th at 6:40. Pirates -125 on the money line. Ding, ding, ding. Lock it in. Rays versus Yankees. Friday, 7:05. Rays +130 versus the Yankees. Take the underdog in New York City. Ding, ding, ding. I know the Yankees are hot this year. Screw it. Take the Rays. Ding, ding, ding. +130. Sacramento versus New Orleans Pelicans. Pelicans money line +100. The Dogs. The Pelicans. Zion Williamson is pissed off. He's ready to go. Ready to get fired up and fuck up the Sacramento Kings. +100 tomorrow. That's tomorrow at 9:30 Eastern Standard. All times are Eastern Standard. Thank you, everyone, for listening to the Bayside Report. Another week in the books, the 74th edition. We are here. Like I said, we hope to move to Tuesday at some point. That's the ultimate goal. We'll keep firing, inspiring, motivated, locked in, inspired. Motivated, locked in, inspired. We'll keep bringing you the heat. Let's go. Have a great weekend, everyone. Happy 420. Bitcoin halving. All those good things. God bless. Godspeed. Have a good time. Listen to Bob Marley. Smoke a few joints. Enjoy. God bless.